Hey guys, welcome back to part 2. So I don't remember where I left off. I think I was giving you advice of what I eat. So what I do is, and if I'm repeating myself, I am so sorry. I just deleted the first part of the video by accident. So now I'm re-uploading it. So, I got a spiral notebook, small spiral notebook, and I wrote in it every day. Well, I used to. I did. And I don't so much anymore, but I'm going back to it. And I write down what I had for breakfast. So if it was like a bowl of cereal, what kind of cereal I had, and then I would go on to the back of, we get the bags of cereal, and I look on the back of the bags of cereal, and I look at the nutrition facts. So what I'm looking for is fat and fiber. How much fat is in the cereal per serving, and fiber per serving. And I write that down. Now, I also measure it out. How many cups? Like a 3/4 of a cup. Just like you would do when you're a type 1 diabetic. I know from watching vlogs, such as the Dale tribe, their youngest daughter, Aspen, has type 1 diabetes. So, every single bite that she has to count the carbs. I started doing that, kind of, sort of. Every fat in the cereal, I write down. And fiber. And the milk. How much fat does the milk have? How much fiber does the milk have? And then I wear lunch. Same thing. If I'm having a sandwich. I eat sourdough bread now. I used to be able to eat whole wheat bread, and I can't because my body can't digest the high fiber content in it. So it's how many per slice. So obviously a sandwich, you have to have 2 slices of bread. So I would count the fiber or the fat for that, and the fiber for the bread. And then depending on what kind of sandwich I were to have, I know I haven't experimented with peanut butter or jelly, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but I know I've experimented with lunch meat and cheese. We used to get the American slice yellow cheese, I believe it was cheddar or whatever. Now I eat provolone, which is the white cheese. White cheese is better for you to digest anyways. So with the fiber content, I do the same. With that, I do the same thing. How much fiber in it? How much fat? So fat and fiber. And then if I have lunch meat, obviously I love lunch meat. How much fiber and fat per slice? And then I add that up. I write that down in my book. And then if I'm having, like, wheat thin crackers, what kind of wheat thin crackers are they? How much fat is in it? How much fiber per serving of crackers? And then, what else? And then whatever we have for dinner, I were to do the same thing. I know as far as lunch meats or hamburgers concerned, we do 93% lean and 7% fat. That's how my body can digest that, no problem. Anyways, and then depending on if we're having spaghetti, then I count, okay, how much fat is in that and in the noodles per serving, and fiber per serving, and then I add it up. And then if I'm having a snack after dinner, how much is that fiber, how much fat and fiber is in that snack, depending on what it is. And then at the end of the day, I will go and I will add the fat and the fiber of all 3 of my meals together. They recommend no more than 50 grams of fat per day, combined. Because the more food that sits in your stomach, the more your body is gonna have to work at digesting it and processing it, and the more issues you have at night. Now, I know today, like I mentioned in my first video, I tried to, I experimented and took my old anti-nausea medication and Benadryl on top of, taking the Benadryl on top of my old liquid anti-nausea medication, and I was fine. Didn't have any issues. Thank God, by the grace of God, did not have any issues with that. I know I can't have regular ice cream. On occasion I can, but at this point it's just too risky. So I've changed my ice cream and I get frozen yogurt. I just finished my chocolate fudge, vanilla chocolate fudge ice cream, but frozen yogurt, obviously. I can't have pancakes. Regular pancakes, I can't have it anymore. So I get the gluten-free pancake mix. I can have all the eggs I want. I choose not to have eggs because that's what my test was done on. It sucks because I used to be able to eat eggs with no problem, and now I can't. I can't even eat hard-boiled eggs. And I think I mentioned that in my second video. So, as far as medication, there's not much out there for motility medication. I know that my doctor was talking to me about doing domperidone, but I would have to get that from Canada, and I don't, and the FDA does not approve of that, so I really don't want to do it. Plus, I have to pay, plus that medication's like $500 outright, and I don't have that kind of money. Sorry for the close-up, I was sitting up. My doctor fought, for probably a week and a half, fought with my doctors, or my insurance, 3 times on getting me on Linzess, which is a, I know this might be TMI, but it's part of having a motility abnormality, if I said that right, disorder. Linzess is a anti-constant, or a it helps get rid of the constipation. My insurance is like, no, we're not going to pay for it. We believe that, you know, there's stuff out there other than that, that she can take. Well, after fighting for 3 days on it, excuse me, my doctor's like, you know, this might be in the benefit of her getting on it, and it was. It's not a miracle drug by all means. It's not a cure. It does help. I used to take it. I should be taking it every other day, but I don't. I haven't been taking it for a couple weeks. Just because I forgot about it. With talk, I used to take that every day, and then I quit under doctor's orders because, again, this might be TMI, but it's part of one of the side effects of taking this medication: constant diarrhea. Because I was taking it 30 minutes before a meal. I'm not doing that anymore. I should be, but I'm not. Starting tomorrow I will be, though. Because it's important. You never want to stop taking a medication without doctor's orders. To some degree. What else? There's not, that I've come across, there's not much research done on it, as far as having GP or gastroparesis. GP is short for gastroparesis. What really helps me is I'm connected on Facebook with like 4 different support groups. That really helps. Really tremendously help. We feel like we can vent to one another through the app. Sorry if this is really blurry. Or not through the app. Sorry, through the support group. So just being in a support group has helped me tremendously. Now, there is another YouTuber by the name of, her YouTube channel is Chronically Ill Jackie, and it's spelled Jacquie, I believe. She has a wide range of illnesses. 2 of them, which I have also: Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disease, and gastroparesis. She talks in multiple of her videos, safe foods, as gastroparesis patients, known as GPers, have what they call safe foods. For her, one of her safe foods is cucumbers with crackers and I believe deli meat. I can't have cucumbers. I've tried and tried and tried. I can't have them. I'll just be up all night. Kind of like I was the couple nights ago from eating hard-boiled eggs. What else can I not have? I can't have oatmeal, where other patients might be able to. I can't have any kind of beans. No refried beans, no kidney beans, no black beans, no white beans. Just because of the skin on them. And plus you can't digest it. Now, corn used to be my favorite vegetable. Obviously, with anybody, your body cannot, cannot digest corn. It goes right through you. Well, that's, yeah. So I've totally cut out corn. I can have raw vegetables, where with the YouTuber Chronically Ill Jackie, she can't handle raw vegetables. I can't stand cooked vegetables where there's mush. Has to be either raw or steamed.